ring out at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris LaRusso.
And welcome back once again to another action-packed episode of Darkhorse Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, Chris LaRusso.
You know, the last couple months, Niles Young has been the DCW television champion. And while he has taken on all comers, he has not defended that title with any degree of honor or respect. He's insulted the fans, he's insulted the locker room, and he is not worthy to hold that title. Last show, he pulled his girlfriend in front of a super kick to save his belt. Well, it turns out I get one more shot at the television title. Last time it was 2 out of 3 falls. This time, I say we raise the stakes even more. So Niles, I know you can hear me, man. Come on out here. Let's do this.
Let's have cooler heads prevail, gentlemen.
What are you talking about? What's the matter?
Niles, I'm going to let you answer the statements, all right?
LaRusso, what's the matter with you? You just like punishment? You just like getting the floor mopped with your face all over Oil City? You just don't learn your lesson. I'll tell you what, folks. You want a shot at this TV title? I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm looking good as always. Kimberly's looking good. Tell you what, kid. You're on.
One small caveat. 15-minute time limit for that title. Let's not have it be one fall to a finish. Let's do this Iron Man rules. The most number of falls in 15 minutes.
What do you say, Niles?
You want to see Iron Man rules?
What do you say, folks?
We are off and running.
And well, we're going to get right into it, I guess.
Well, we don't have a choice.
Well, no, and you heard the Steel City Shogun, Chris LaRusso, say that he wanted another shot, and I'll give him credit. The 15-minute Iron Man match is a good idea.
Well, making a very, very bold challenge to Niles Young, and Niles Young accepting. And like him or you don't like him, he did not have to accept this match.
That is true. You know, being the champion, you have that luxury. You can really pick and choose. He could have stated anything, and LaRusso wants that title. I think he would have agreed to just about anything.
Mm-hmm. And as LaRusso mentioned earlier, Niles Young not above using Kimberly to his advantage. And eats the apron of the ring on his way down to the floor.
And that was a thud. That was a thud. That was a loud thud. And, well, LaRusso's not up yet, but we're hoping, trying to get a, well, Niles Young's happy. And you'd have to imagine with Kimberly on the outside there.
Oh, and a vicious forearm across the back of the Steel City Shogun, but he fires back on Niles Young. Into the crowd, but a back kick catches him. And everybody out onto the floor here. Oh! Into the front row. And LaRusso pounds away at Niles Young in the crowd.
And our referee, Sean Hansen's letting them go at it here.
Well, our senior referee of our staff tonight, but he is going to have his hands full. He knows the ins and outs of this ring as well as many of the wrestlers, but these guys are here for a fight.
Yeah, and you can get a fall by a count out, by a disqualification, really anything.
That's right.
And you'd have to think if you lost on that, a DQ or a count out, they'd really have to eat it. And well,
and LaRusso asking one of our young fans here at ringside to hold the arm of Niles Young so he could lay that elbow in and getting the assist.
And that's why you want to sit front row at DCW. You never know what's going to happen.
That's right, and here we go again. And Kimberly is furious.
Well, Kimberly knows if she does something, referee Hansen could disqualify her, and that would put Niles down, but she's certainly not happy about it.
Well, he's definitely giving these two warriors some leeway to settle what they need to settle, but as you said, that disqualification could come very quick. Oh! And LaRusso again, he already bounced his face off of the apron and now into the corner post.
And something like that, it's an Iron Man match, and for the fans at home that may not know, there's a set time, however many falls you can get in that match. Whoever has the most, you're the winner. And these guys have 15 minutes. We're a little bit into it now, and well, that resounding around the building here.
Thunderous chop, and there is no way you could train, whether it be pro wrestling, whether it be martial arts, to train to take a chop like that to the chest.
That is true, and
or a kick to the face.
I was going to say, speaking of things that you really can't train or prepare for, and it doesn't have the upper hand right now, but LaRusso really has looked better and better each time he comes out here in DCW.
Absolutely, he has matured over the weeks here, and we have seen him grow in front of our eyes, and now to the point of where we saw he made the challenge.
And well, Niles Young out to not only regain his title, but to teach LaRusso a lesson as well. He wants to let everybody know, I'm the TV champion. I'm as good as I say I am, and certainly not beloved by the DCW faithful.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's very rare in life that you find someone that men, women, and children find just despicable, and that's what we found in Niles Young. Perhaps the only person that does like him is Kimberly and the First Family of Filth, but...
Well, I'm sure she didn't like him when LaRusso mentioned that Niles Young pulled her in front of him and she ate a super kick.
Well, that is true.
I'm sure there wasn't much happiness in the Lee Young household that night.
That is true. I thought we were going to have that first one there. And if you get that first fall advantage, it really, really sets the tone. You can then lean on your opponent. In a match like this, it's really hard to come from behind when you're down.
You're absolutely right. And that's the thing about the Iron Man match. We said we could have 15 falls.
That's true.
We could have one fall.
And you got to think, you got to be careful.
Oh.
Well, I thought LaRusso was going to gain some momentum there, but you got to think that with Kimberly on the outside, she could distract LaRusso for a 10 count, and almost had a 3 count there.
It could happen.
But LaRusso's really, really got got to be paying attention. Now, I would imagine when he made that challenge, he knew what was going on. He knows the game. And certainly that martial arts background. He's certainly disciplined, but really, really has to pay attention here to the outside. And
Niall Young needs to watch that.
And Ref Hansen just told us that's the last time. He's going to have to be careful. Hansen isn't going to take any guff, and a DQ, and, well, Niall Young would not be happy.
No, a DQ will put him at a disadvantage, which he cannot afford that in this match. Normally, if he would get DQ'd, well, he would lose the match, but he would retain his title. In this case, it could cost him the title.
Absolutely.
Without being pinned.
And Niall Young will not be happy if he goes off. I'm letting you know you're going to be by yourself. I will leave.
All right.
I will have somebody warm up the car. He would go nuts. And well, now wait a minute. We've got. And well, Ref Hansen wasn't able to see that, but Chris LaRusso certainly felt it.
And BC, we've said this time and time again, the ladies that we have here in Darkhorse Championship Wrestling, you may find them beautiful, you may find them attractive, but they are fighters as well. They are warriors just like any man that steps in the DCW ring. And it really is 2-on-1 right now. Absolutely.
And the women are beautiful. They are gorgeous, but they can kick butt as well. And, well, Niall Young, speaking of kick butt, I believe he's trying to, we've talked in previous episodes, sometimes guys may not know where they're at and when their head gets a little loopy, but I don't think Niall Young knows what day it is, let alone where he's at.
And liberal use, of those martial arts chops.
And I believe, we can't see from our vantage point, I believe LaRusso may have caught his hand on the post. They're allowing Niall Young to get the advantage. And, those strikes from LaRusso are deadly. He, trained martial artist, hands almost as weapons, has to use tremendous discipline when he's in training. And well, Niall Young has discipline, but he's also not exactly a champion of integrity. He is resourceful, but certainly not somebody that you'd be... And well, we have Ref Hansen counting.
And Chris LaRusso could have a separated shoulder.
And we could have a problem here if LaRusso doesn't get up. And the fans are trying to help him, but he's going to have to get up on his own. I don't think Kimberly is going to be helping him.
No, I don't think so.
She may help him stay down. And look at how happy Niall Young is with himself. He's got the world on his plate. He's got everything he wants. He's got the girl. He's got the DCW television title.
And we're at 8 right now. And last minute.
And no, he did make it in before the 10 count. Well, Niall Young obviously wait a minute. And we were an eyelash away. I was going to say we were an eyelash away of having it up 1-0, but
that's right. Chris LaRusso kicked in the afterburner there, grabbed that quick, small package pin. Wasn't enough to keep Niall Young down. Niall Young answering and going for a pin of his own, but not able to keep LaRusso down.
Well, and it's time to go old school a little bit here with the figure 4. Hey, submissions count. And you'd have to think, if we have a submission here, he can just leave that on. There's no real recourse for him or real punishment if he does.
Well, you're absolutely right, BC. And that figure 4, especially deadly right now, as Chris LaRusso, not wearing traditional wrestling boots or even wrestling shoes, just has those martial arts kick pads over the bare feet.
Well, that's going to add pressure on the feet. There's really no padding for him there. A move like this will damage the knee. It'll damage the ankle. And with this,
he's trying to turn it over. Look at it.
Well, you got to give. And now Young better find them ropes. And well, wait a minute. Well, we saw it there. Kimberly with the assist. Well, Kimberly said she was leaning on him, but you and I both know that's not the case.
And our referee knows that's not the case either.
That's true, but you can't call what you can't see, unfortunately. And these two trading blows right now. You know, we still have no falls as of yet. We've had a few close ones.
And we are deep into this matchup as well. No pinfalls, no submissions, no DQs, no countouts. 0-0.
That is true, and you've got to be mindful of where you're at, not only time-wise, but also mindful of where you're at in that ring. Are you really in as good a shape as you think you are? Now Zhang certainly thinks he's in good shape. Always thinks.
And he is. Let's call
absolutely
it what it is. He is. But this is a 15-minute Ironman match. There are no breaks.
That is true.
It is full on.
You can be in the great shape to put your guy away in 6 minutes. Hey, I've got everything in control. But if you beat the guy, you got to make sure he stays down. You can't just run out of the place and get back to the locker room because you're going to get counted out. There's no breaks here.
And LaRusso down to the mat. And it looks like Nao Zhang might be going up into the high rent district here.
Well, this could be costly. High risk, high reward.
But LaRusso slowly to his feet. He catches him.
And where's he going to go with him?
Nowhere but down. And look at LaRusso crawling over to Nao Zhang to try to get that pin. And two again.
We're down to the nitty-gritty. And, you know, Nao Zhang wants to put him away. We know Chris LaRusso has the Okada lock. It's it is a very devastating submission. And if LaRusso can lock that on, we talked about with Nao Zhang in the figure four, LaRusso could keep that on for as long as he wants.
Right. He can leave it on. He could give himself a 2-0, 3-0 advantage with one hold.
And that's the danger in one of these matches. Vicious shot there. And well, both men, you know, they've really been filling each other out here, and they were both going for the same thing there. And we are really, really cutting it close here. Obviously, I will give the final score here, but right now we're even up. And wait a minute, LaRusso.
And there's that super kick, but LaRusso doesn't go down. Oh!
And we just have shot after shot.
Oh, that's got to be at least a no.
Ref Hansen says no. We thought it was close. We really, really thought that one was close.
And LaRusso, he's getting ready to throw another super kick, but Kimberly grabs his opposite leg. He pushes her off, and Nao Zhang catches him down to the mat. And only two again, BC.
Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What?
Well, we're going to have
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit expired. Time limit expired with the score 0-0. Therefore, this match is a draw. Still, the DCW television champion.
No, not like that. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Chris LaRusso asking for 5 more minutes in this Ironman match. 15 minutes elapsed, And right at the go there, well,
Chris, you want 5 more minutes? Do you want 5 more minutes? Do you people want 5 more minutes? What about you? 5 more minutes? Not on your life.
oh. Well, Niall Young denying Chris LaRusso and the fans 5 more minutes in this Iron Man contest. Right down to the wire. Chris LaRusso had the champ in a submission hold, counted down right to the very last tick, and it looked like Niall Young was ready to submit. He did tap, but it was after the match had already ended in the time limit. And neither one of these men have anything to be ashamed of in this match. They did fight their hearts out here. But Niall Young remains the Darkhorse Championship Wrestling television champion. And that is going to do it for this episode of DCW. For BC Steele, David Powers, and everybody else here at Darkhorse Championship Wrestling, I'm Darren the Dish Davenport, and we will see you at ringside.